Good morning. In this new interview, Bynes speaks candidly about her prior drug use and her life now. From the new career she's embarking on to a little surprise that her fans will be really happy to hear about.
Amanda was said to have been impregnated by Dan Schneider at just 13, a claim that shocked fans and set social media ablaze. For years, whispers and speculation followed her, fueled by old clips and endless debates. Now, after years of silence, she has finally broken her silence. What she revealed has left fans stunned, questioning everything they thought they knew about her past and the stories that have circulated for so long. The viral storm. In November 2025, a TikTok video suddenly began appearing everywhere. It showed a series of clips of Amanda Bynes, arranged in a way that made viewers believe they were watching a confession about her past with Dan Schneider. The video claimed she had been impregnated by him at the age of 13, and this single claim sent the internet into shock. Within minutes of posting, the clip appeared on For You pages across the world. People shared it with friends, added reactions, and pushed it into countless timelines. The first part of the video came from a recent Instagram story. Amanda turned her camera slightly as if she was about to show someone beside her. The moment created a sense of anticipation because the frame paused just before anything else appeared. Viewers took this as a hint that she was preparing to say something serious. That brief section set the mood and made people pay close attention to everything that followed. The second part showed her speaking calmly in another clip. Without any explanation of where this moment came from, the TikTok placed bold text over the screen. The text highlighted only one message and guided viewers to believe the story presented in the video. Many people watched it several times, studying her expressions, the tone of her voice, and the look in her eyes. Social media users began analyzing every second as if they were solving a mystery. The final clip in the TikTok included a short piece of audio that did not match the lighting or atmosphere of the previous footage. The transition between scenes happened so quickly that viewers simply accepted it as part of one continuous message. As soon as the audio played, many people took it as confirmation of the claim made in the text. The clip ended without any clarification. It left an empty space that viewers filled with assumptions. All of this happened during a moment when Dan Schneider was already being discussed widely. The docuseries Quiet on Set. The dark side of kids' TV had encouraged former fans to re-examine their childhood memories. People were emotionally invested and looking for more information. When the TikTok surfaced, it immediately connected to the mood of the internet. Every share carried the clip into new communities. Every comment strengthened. To know the authenticity of this story, we need to step back for a moment and look into Amanda's personal life, because the truth might be hiding there. Amanda's love life. Amanda Bynes has lived much of her life in front of cameras, and her love life has often become part of public conversation. Over the years, her relationships showed different sides of her, from young romance to more serious commitments later in life. Each chapter of her dating history became connected to the pressure of growing up as a celebrity while trying to find real emotional stability. When she was still rising as a teen star, Amanda was linked with actors who worked beside her. One of her earliest known relationships came from the world of comedy, where she had spent much of her childhood. As a young actress on popular shows, she formed bonds with people who understood the busy and demanding life of television. These early relationships were short and sweet, shaped mostly by the environment they shared. They were the kind of first connections many teenagers experience, but hers played out under public attention. As she entered her early adulthood, Amanda's romantic life shifted into more mature territory. Her connection with actor Nick Zano is remembered as one of her more visible relationships. They worked closely together, and their on-screen chemistry helped spark rumors before the relationship itself became public. It was a period when Amanda was growing into adult roles and exploring who she wanted to be, both personally and professionally. Their time together brought her comfort during a phase when her fame was increasing quickly. Later, Amanda found herself in another public relationship during the filming of a feature movie. The time she spent with Chris Carmack created another wave of interest. The two shared light-hearted moments while filming, bond became part of the story surrounding the movie. Although the relationship did not last long, it added another layer to her journey as a young woman navigating her 20s. Years later, Amanda surprised many people when news broke that she was dating musician Kid Cudi. This relationship stood out because it came from a very different circle than her previous partners. It showed a new chapter in her life where she explored friendships and emotions beyond the familiar environment of acting. Their time together was brief, yet it revealed her desire to connect with people outside her usual world. One of the most important relationships in her story came much later when she met Paul Michael. Their connection grew into an engagement, and they spoke openly about their affection for each other. This relationship appeared to give her a sense of grounding during a period when she was working on her mental health and building a more peaceful life. Although it eventually ended, it showed her ability to seek stability and love with sincerity. In recent years, Amanda has been linked with a man named Zachary. Their time together appears calmer and more private. She shared small glimpses of their moments together, showing a version of her that values softness and quiet connection rather than attention. But to understand why the recent TikTok video went viral, we need to go back, way back, to her Nickelodeon days and how her relationship with Schneider was portrayed then. Reopening old wounds. When the docuseries Quiet on Set aired, it reopened conversations that many people believed had been settled long ago. The series focused on Nickelodeon during the years Dan Schneider controlled several major shows. It brought forward testimonies from former actors and crew members who described an environment that felt unsafe and uncomfortable. Many viewers were shocked to hear how people remembered their time on set. They spoke of a culture where boundaries were unclear and where behavior that should have raised concern was often ignored. The series painted a picture of a workplace filled with pressure, confusion, and a lack of proper supervision. One of the most discussed moments came from the memories of Corinne Finley Thompson, an editor who worked closely on these shows. She recalled seeing interactions between Amanda and Schneider that she found unusual. She described moments when Amanda gave Schneider neck massages and times when they were physically close in ways that did not feel appropriate for a workplace filled with young performers. Her recollection added to the long list of concerns raised in the docuseries and pushed the conversation into deeper territory. Another part of the series highlighted a sketch from The Amanda Show that took place in a hot tub. In this sketch, Amanda is seen giving Schneider a massage while acting out a comedic scene. The docuseries treated this moment as a symbol of the strange dynamic that existed behind the scenes. It suggested that this kind of scene should never have been considered ordinary, especially with a teenage performer in the center of it. Viewers revisited the clip with a new sense of unease because it raised new questions about the environment Amanda had been working in. The docuseries also explored the idea that Schneider played a role in Amanda's legal emancipation during her teenage years. It suggested that he supported her desire to separate from her parents and that he may have had a significant influence over that part of her life. This part of the story added another layer to the discussion about power and control. It made people reconsider the relationship between a powerful producer and a young actress who relied on the adults around her for guidance. Even with all these revelations, Amanda chose not to participate in the documentary. Reports said she declined because she believed she did not have the same experiences described by others. She said she did not feel the environment harmed her in the way it harmed some of her former colleagues. Her absence became another talking point because people wondered how different her story might be compared to the others who spoke publicly. Quiet on Set pushed old memories back into the spotlight and made people look again at a chapter of entertainment history they thought they understood. As the series exposed these memories and power dynamics, Schneider responded in his own words, and his explanation added a new layer that changed the tone of the entire story. The producer speaks out. After the release of Quiet on Set, Dan Schneider spoke publicly about the allegations made in the docuseries. He admitted that some of his past behaviors, such as requesting neck massages from actors, were inappropriate. He insisted, however, that these actions were never meant to harm anyone. Schneider emphasized that his intentions were misunderstood and that he had always aimed to support the performers he worked with. He said he recognized some of the lines he crossed but denied that they constituted sexual abuse or malicious intent. At the same time, Schneider took legal action. He filed a defamation lawsuit against the producers of Quiet on Set, claiming that the docuseries misrepresented him and created false impressions. His lawsuit argued that the series presented selective clips and commentary to make his actions appear worse than they were. In interviews, he stressed that the documentary did not capture the full context of his work or the care he took with young performers. He framed his role in Amanda Bynes' legal emancipation as supportive rather than controlling. He said that Amanda included him as part of her team because she trusted him and relied on his guidance during a difficult time. Schneider also defended his reputation more broadly, stating that he had been a champion for child actors under immense pressure in the entertainment industry. He described his career as focused on helping performers navigate demanding schedules, public attention, and the challenges of growing up in the spotlight. According to him, his intentions were always protective, and his work had given countless young actors opportunities to succeed. Schneider's public defense showed the tension between personal accountability and professional responsibility in entertainment. His insistence on being a supportive figure clashed with the stories of former actors and crew, keeping the controversy alive. The discussion revealed not only differing memories of past events, but also how fame, power, and childhood experience can shape both perception and reality. While the producer fights back, Amanda's life off-set has changed dramatically, and many wonder how much of her public silence was about protecting her mental health and reclaiming her own story. Life after the spotlight. Amanda Bynes has spent much of her life in public view, and the pressures of early fame have left a lasting impact on her mental health. In 2013, concerns about her well-being led to her being placed under a conservatorship. The arrangement was designed to manage her finances and personal affairs while addressing issues related to substance use and mental health. Over the years, she faced intense public scrutiny, and every misstep or hospitalization became fodder for headlines. After nearly a decade, Amanda took steps to reclaim control over her life. In 2022, she petitioned to end the conservatorship. A judge ultimately ruled in her favor, stating she was mentally capable of managing her own affairs. This marked a turning point for Amanda, signaling that she could make decisions for herself and prioritize her well-being without outside control. Her journey has not been without setbacks. In March 2023, Amanda experienced a psychotic episode and was placed on a 72-hour psychiatric hold. The incident reminded fans and the media of the fragility of her mental health, but it also highlighted the ongoing care and attention she needed during her recovery. These challenges reinforced the importance of privacy and stability as she worked to rebuild her life. In recent years, Amanda has chosen to live a quieter, more private life. She is focused on her wellness and personal growth, stepping back from the constant scrutiny of social media and tabloids. According to her statements reported by Parade, she has made significant changes to her routine, including notable weight loss. She has shared that her approach to health and fitness has been intentional, emphasizing the importance of feeling strong and balanced rather than chasing public approval. Beyond physical health, Amanda has been clear about her priorities. She wants to be defined by her progress and healing, not by scandals or past rumors. In interviews and public remarks, she has stressed that her current focus is on personal growth, wellness, and emotional stability. She has expressed the desire to leave behind the narratives that once dominated headlines, choosing instead to center her life on positive change. Even as Amanda steps away from the spotlight, the rumor machine continues to churn. Fans, media, and former colleagues are still reacting, shaping a new chapter in her life that she cannot fully control. Fan reactions, media reckoning, and public fallout. The viral TikTok and the renewed attention on Amanda Bynes sparked a whirlwind of reactions from fans, media, and former colleagues. Fact-checkers quickly examined the claims. Snopes investigated the rumor that Amanda had been pregnant at 13 and found no credible evidence to support it. Their research traced the origin of some of these allegations to a private X account called Ashley Banks, which had made unverified claims years earlier. The story resurfaced online, amplified by social media platforms and endless shares, giving the impression that it was factual. Media outlets also weighed in. Bored Panda reminded readers that Amanda had never accused Dan Schneider of any wrongdoing of this nature. Her denials had always been firm and consistent. The coverage highlighted how fast false narratives can spread, especially when they are sensational and involve well-known figures. Many articles pointed out that social media often encourages belief in shocking claims before verification. For fans and casual observers alike, the story became an example of how misinformation can take on a life of its own. Social media played a critical role in shaping the public response. Fans debated every clip, every caption, and every old interview. Many expressed outrage at the claims, defending Amanda and emphasizing her right to privacy. Others questioned the narrative, scrutinizing older footage for evidence. The conversation highlighted a larger issue: how easily media, especially social media, can manipulate public perception and amplify false or misleading stories. It also underscored the vulnerability of people who have been in the spotlight from a young age. Amid the wave of reactions and media attention, Amanda is quietly laying claim to her own narrative. She finally spoke and gave a detailed breakdown of how the video was manipulated and what she really said. Amanda revealed the truth and legacy. Amanda Bynes has taken steps to clarify the truth behind the viral TikTok that swept across social media. She has restated publicly that there was no pregnancy, no accusation, and no wrongdoing on her part. The clip that caused so much speculation was a fraudulent edit, pieced together to create a story that never existed. Rather than responding with anger or sensational claims, Amanda has focused on reclaiming her narrative in a way that centers on her mental health, wellness, and personal growth. The origins of the TikTok have been traced to a fan page called @AmandaBynesUpdates, not Amanda herself. The clip included behind-the-scenes footage such as the hot tub sketch, presented completely out of its original context. The first segment of the video came from a recent Instagram story, a casual moment, and not part of any serious allegation. These details show how easily content can be removed from its true setting to mislead viewers. Amanda has emphasized that the video was spliced together in a way that fabricated context. Her words were misleadingly framed, and the clip suggested things she never said. She does not even have a TikTok account, which further undermines any belief that she created or posted the video herself. In interviews, she described the clip as lies for clickbait, a distortion of reality designed to grab attention rather than convey truth. The emotional toll of being misrepresented in this way is significant. For someone who has been navigating mental health challenges for years, the viral spread of false narratives adds another layer of stress and public scrutiny. Amanda's journey has been one of resilience, and her response signals a turning point. She is choosing to resist sensationalism while asserting her own voice and humanity. Observers have noted that this moment could reshape how the public views her connection with Dan Schneider. Rather than focusing on scandal, people are being asked to consider the complexities of her childhood, the pressures of growing up in the entertainment industry, and the journey she has taken to regain control of her life. Amanda's stance encourages reflection on how easily narratives can be manipulated, especially when young performers are involved. Beyond her personal story, Amanda's response sparks a broader conversation about media responsibility, the effects of digital manipulation, and the long-term impact on child stars. Her experience highlights the consequences of false narratives and the need for care and accountability in reporting and online discourse. Amanda's denial may have silenced one false claim, but in doing so, she has opened the door to a new conversation. This is not just about her past. It is about healing, accountability, and what it truly means to survive and reclaim one's story in the public eye. What do you think about Amanda finally speaking out and reclaiming her story? Share your thoughts in the comments below.